estate agents is Jeff Underwood with the Weekly Closer, along with Joey Sampaga, the man with the plan. How's it going, Joey?
It's a lovely day out there.
Absolutely. We're the Real Estate Marketing Maniacs.
Oh, yeah!
And we're bringing to you the Weekly Closer podcast. Today's guest, Chris Prickett with Prickett Realty. How's it going, Chris?
I'm doing great today. Doing great. Glad to be here, guys.
Absolutely. I feel like I know you already because why? Because I watched your videos. That's what video does, folks. It makes you know, like, and trust someone right then on the spot. So I know you're doing a lot about video. We're going to talk about that later. But first, let's start off telling the listeners or people watching how long you've been in the business and what got you into real estate.
Well, interestingly enough, I didn't get into the real estate business till I was almost 50 years old. I had a home inspection company and built it up during the boom, and actually I represented mostly new home buyers, so I kind of stood up to the builders and became kind of a an advocate for the home buyer. And my company was sold during the boom, worked for them. Then the bust came, company went out of business.
Yeah.
I said, boy, there's a lot of bad real estate agents out here making money. I think I can do this. So 2008, when everybody was getting out, I got in, and I guess the rest is kind of history.
Got in right before the big collapse, huh?
Well, it was collapsing when I was
happening?
in. Yeah, I started out. My first gig was with an REO team, and I was what was called a listing agent, which meant I went to El Mirage, knocked on doors, and told people that they had to leave, and then rekeyed their house, and basically did the clean out and that type of thing. Yeah, so I got to see the ugly before I got to see the good.
So you were in the trenches for sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So share with the audience, what are you doing right now to be successful in real estate?
Well, we do a lot of different things. I would say I'm a very untraditional real estate agent for a high volume guy. I do zero cold calls. I don't call on expireds. I don't call on listings. What I've done is built my brand through customer loyalty, of course, and great service, but also marketing to my local area and being involved with the community.
Right. And if you want to check out what Chris is talking about by being unconventional with some of his marketing and things, make sure to check out his Facebook page, Chris Prickett, and, Prickett Realty.
One of my many.
One of his many. One of his many.
Prickett Realty is probably a good one. You'll see a lot of my videos on there.
Yeah. So his videos are very, what do I want to say? They definitely stand out.
Yeah, big
because
time.
They're very funny.
Yes.
A lot of them are very funny.
Well, I appreciate that. That's what we go for.
Absolutely. Well, that's the thing, right? If people are having fun, it's quick. It's easier for them to get to know who you are and to relate.
Exactly.
Because people like to laugh.
Well, and these days, the attention span of the average person is about 2 minutes. And back in the day, I used to teach CE classes when I was a home inspector, and I noticed you'd see that glazed over look from agents after about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I kind of decided that I was going to make my classes fun, and if they stayed awake for an hour and picked up 3 or 4 things, I was doing a good job. So when I do my videos, and I also write a column for a local magazine, my goal is to keep people engaged. I'm not heavy on content. As a matter of fact, if you look at most of my videos, they're not about real estate. I'm interviewing local businesses. I'm promoting my fellow business owners, and we have fun doing it.
Absolutely.
And it's great for them because I'm giving them free promotion. And then when they are asked, hey, who's a realtor you recommend, then I'm the guy. But also, I'm building up the community, and the rising tide lifts all ships.
Absolutely. That's a great point. There's an agent out in Naples, Florida that's doing the very same thing. Maybe not doing funny videos as much as doing videos around the Naples area, interviewing small business owners, restaurant owners, all that stuff. And she's killing it right now out there. It's a great way to go. I love what you're doing.
And I appreciate it. And that's not for everybody. My persona, it's something that I like doing. Because I don't like cold calling.
Right.
And but it's not for everybody, but it works for me.
Well, and I think a lot of your videos have kind of almost like a superhero type look, or a lot of the graphics and things that you use.
Yeah,
right? Like a comic book type thing almost, right?
Sure. We talked a little bit earlier off air about books you recommend and authors that you like, and Seth Godin, Purple Cow. Absolutely. I would recommend that. And when I had my home inspection business, I kind of I was a Seth Godin disciple, and people used to say, "I see your trucks all over town." When my trucks were, my one truck was loud, and you could definitely see. Right. That was before everyone was doing vehicle graphics, and people say, "I see your trucks all over town." I only had one truck, so when I transitioned into the real estate business, I wanted to make my signage and my marketing stand out. So when you see it, you notice it. And so that comic book superhero persona, however you look at it, it really is just to get people to look.
Absolutely it is. And it works, right?
Oh, yeah. And then we've got to back it up with service, but at least we get them to look and see and make the phone call.
No, that's great. That's great. Do you want to share a little bit, too, about your business? I know you have a team structure.
I do.
Do you guys tend to get more on the list side, or working with a lot of buyers today? Or
well, like a lot of teams, we grow and we transition. And like most agents, I started out as a buyer's agent and worked almost 100% buyers, and then you get a few listings, and then next thing you know, this year, because I do have 3 full-time buyer's agents, we'll probably do about 50% listings, 50% buyers. But last year, we were about 65 listings, 35% buyers.
Okay. All right. What would you tell an agent? I'm just curious now, because I know you said you don't really do cold calls, you don't really call expireds or any of that. What would you tell an agent today if they came to you and said, "Man, I just want to crush it in real estate"? What would you tell them that they need to start doing right now? Well,
the easiest thing to do when you're a new agent is sit open houses. Sit open houses, sit open houses, sit open houses. You will learn. You're going to get some interaction with potential buyers. Mm-hmm. You're going to learn about inventory. You're going to learn about the questions people ask. And in the beginning, you're going to fumble through it, and you're going to look like an idiot, but that's part of the process.
Yeah.
But just keep on pushing through it. And the other thing that I tell people is, and a guy told me this back in the construction business years ago when I was just getting started, he said, "You know what? Every day get up and put your work boots on. Every day go out and start. If you're going and previewing vacant homes, if you're going on realtor tours, a lot of people, they'll take 6 classes a day and they'll sit in the CE classes and they'll never get out and engage into real estate. Get out there, get your hands dirty."
Absolutely. No, that's great advice. Thanks for that. Why don't I want to know more about your videos.
Oh my goodness.
How long have you been doing video? You said it's only been...
It's only been about a year, and...
I've seen some that have thousands of views.
Yeah, we average about 3,000 views on Facebook per video, and some are more than others, and we're trying to dial it in. It's been an evolutionary process. If you look at some of my first videos, one of my very first videos is actually pretty funny. We only had a 6-foot cord for our microphone.
Yeah.
And so I interviewed an insurance agent who happened to be a good friend of mine and still is. Give a shout out to Justin Simons at State Farm.
There we go.
But I only had 6 feet of cord, and we couldn't figure out a way for me to get from him with the camera and everything. So I basically lounged across his desk and kind of sat there, and that's how we did the video. But it's been an evolutionary process. But what we try to do, first of all, you want to make it funny. You want to get in and out. We generally start our videos with a teaser, about a 7 to 10 second teaser, something that gets someone's attention, and then we shoot the video. And whether we're interviewing a business, or we're talking about a house, or sometimes we do something called Prickett Peeves, where my DB and I, who's also my assistant, we sit together and we talk about things that drive us nuts, but we make it about a 2-minute video and keep it easy, keep it light, keep it fun, keep people engaged.
That's great. That's great. Joey and I teach a lot about video, and that's one of the things I think that we try to get agents to understand. Have something at the very front to get people's attention.
Right.
You said attention spans are short.
Yep.
Microsoft, I think the latest numbers were that we actually have a shorter attention span now than a goldfish. So you're right. A little stinger, 7-second thing, something has to get their attention, right?
Exactly.
All right, so let's get in the ring with the Maniacs. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, here we go. What's the best advice that anyone's ever given you?
Well, like I said before, every day put your work boots on. I mean, that's really the best advice. Get your hands dirty. Get your knuckles scraped up. Get in the business. Don't be a secret agent.
There we go. No secret agents. All right, how about your favorite mobile app, whether it's personal or business, either one?
Well, actually, I love Evernote. So when I go on a listing appointment, and there's a lot of things. I as a busy guy, I'll get texts and I'll get emails during my conversation with a client when I'm with a client. Right. And obviously it's rude. They don't want you looking at your phone. Well, I use Evernote and I have it on my iPhone, and I tell them, hey, I'm going to be making notes throughout this process. So I don't want you to think I'm being rude because I'm in my phone while I'm talking to you and I'm making those notes. Well, guess what? Sometimes I've got to return a text. Yeah. So I can do that and not look like I'm the distracted agent who doesn't care about the client because I've already set them up with the expectations. But the thing I love about Evernote is I can take a picture, they send me a list of upgrades, I can turn that into a PDF, I can email that to my TC right away, and so now we've got the list of upgrades on their house, so when she's inputting the information into the MLS or any other information like Gary, it's right there, and it's just so simple. I love it.
That's great. I thought you were going to say something to do some kind of video app or something, right? Or Facebook or something like that. But that's a great one.
Yeah, I love Evernote.
Before I do move to the next one, I forgot to ask you earlier though. Are you starting to test anything with Facebook Live? Maybe.
We do a little bit of Facebook Live, and I'd like to do more. One of the challenges that I have with Facebook Live is connectivity. A lot of times when you're someplace where you want to do a live video, you don't have the connectivity, and then it kind of screws up your video. So we have done it, and we have seen that our view count does go up, but it's hard to brand a Facebook Live video. And your issues with connectivity, so I don't do it as much as I'd like. Right. But when I do it and it works, it's fantastic.
Okay. When we finish up here, I'm going to give you maybe an idea with your current videos to allow you to post those as a live event.
Love it.
Which would be kind of cool. Anyway, all right. So we'll move on. Share with the listeners one book that you'd recommend.
Well, I already mentioned Purple Cow, but another one that I would mention, Seth Godin as well, is E-Myth. E-Myth Revisited now is the upgraded. Talking about setting up your business with systems and procedures. I will be honest with you, one of the struggles I have is as your business grows, having scalable systems that support the growth, and we're kind of redoing some things now. Yeah. If you have the systems in place before the growth, your life's going to be a lot easier.
Right. Absolutely will be. How about one productivity tool that you use on a daily basis or software?
Well, we use Paperless Pipeline as a transaction coordination tool. Okay. It's very good. It's only as good as the people implementing it, but it is you're taking out the
mask. Okay. I gotta get.
All right, you're starting to frighten me there a little bit. I'll tell you a bad experience I had with a mask, but that's a different podcast. I love Paperless Pipeline. It's easy. It's easy for new agents to get the hang of, and we can kind of keep track of them as well.
Good. Are you ready for your final question?
I am ready.
Okay, so you're going to draw this from the mask. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Here we go. Go ahead and get that out of there.
This is beautiful. What is
Drum
that?
roll, please. Wait a minute. What? That's something sticky in there. All right.
The last guy had it on was, no.
Oh, my gosh. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? Well, coincidentally, I just booked, I've never been to Alaska. I just booked a 13-day kind of a safari, although more of a photography safari. I'm not going to kill anything. Don't worry, Peter, folks. But I've always, Alaska has always interested me, and I don't want to go in the winter because I'm kind of an Arizona wuss. So I guess Australia is another place I'd like to visit, but Alaska just because it is huge. I didn't realize Alaska, 2.5 times the size of Texas, which most people know. They have only about 750,000 people living in that whole state. I mean, think about that. Talk about, isolation. And it's just beautiful, and it's large, and it's something cool that I want to check out.
That would
so
be
I've got a
fun.
trip planned the end of July.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Pictures. So you do a lot of photography too? Then?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm kind of like golf. I'm a hacker.
Okay.
I take out. I've got a really nice camera that I don't know what to do with it. I got really nice golf clubs, and I basically slice everything.
No, that's great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Hey, if an agent that was listening today wanted to reach out to you directly, how would they do that?
Well, the easiest thing is just go to my website, PrickettRealty.com, Prickett. You can always just look me up on Facebook. Google my name. It's everywhere, like a lot of people who do a lot of social media stuff. But, and I'm always happy. I was fortunate to have a couple of agents, and frankly, not a lot of them, who were willing to share a little bit of their experience and insight.
Yeah.
And I like to do that as time permits. So I try to make it a point to sit down with agents and talk to them a little bit about what they can do. Most times they don't take the advice anyway, so don't worry about the competition. But I try to do that. So if anybody's out there listening and they want to get some information on how I do my videos and kind of how I do my marketing, give me a shout.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being part of the show.
It was my pleasure.
All right, it's Jeff Underwood along with
Joey Sampaga.
signing off from Security Title Studios in the heart of the Biltmore. Have a fantastic day. Take care.
See you later.
Awesome job.
Good job.
Cool.
All righty.
That's good info.
Yeah, that's real good info. The Weekly Closer podcast is sponsored by Jake Krabby, NMLS number 877141 at Academy Mortgage. Are you looking to buy or refinance a home? Jake Krabby is your mortgage professional. Contact Jake at 480-442-9291. Jake Krabby is a loan officer at Academy Mortgage, NMLS number 877141. State license for Arizona number 0920357, AZBK number 0904081, and New Mexico number 877141. Academy Mortgage Corporation, NMLS 3113, and New Mexico 01451. Call 480-442-9291. Address 15333 North Pima Road, Suite 205, Scottsdale, Arizona 85260. Academy Mortgage is an equal housing